Hello?
Hi, Tammy Strickland, please.
This is her.
Tammy, this is Ed Johnson over at the Toys for Tots. How you doing today?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
Good, very good, very good. I'm responding to the email Bernie had forwarded to me in regards to the pickup for your toys.
Yes.
We've been slammed. I tell you, there's been so many requests. We're trying to set up pickups for this coming Monday. Can we do that?
Okay.
For this
Yeah, I
coming
wasn't
Monday?
for sure because I had a lot of families that were calling me, they're like, well, where, and I was like, I don't know. I'm trying to get a hold of them. And then, Bernie's like, well, it'll be this week. And then it was Friday, and I was like, maybe the applications that I had took didn't get in or something. So I started panicking because I had so many people calling me. It was putting me under pressure.
I understand. I'm looking through the paperwork here. How many exactly do you have applications? Do you know?
There should be 29, I believe.
29. Okay, yeah. I've seen some of the orders have been filled. We've got the paperwork all, on some of the orders. I've seen some bikes. Yeah. I've seen some really nice bikes back there. So
that's awesome.
But yeah.
Well, and I know last year we did a route for Toys for Tots and volunteered, and it was busy. Because I had did like different Publix, and I did Laughlin Funeral Home. I had did quite a few places last year. Now this year, whenever I had went like shopping at some of the places, the people were asking me where the Toys for Tots people were, and I know one of the dollar stores made their own box. There was never one delivered. Did they just decide to knock some of the stores out? And the reason why I didn't do it this year, I was going to call and see if I could get my route back because I already know it. But I had had a mini sword go through my foot, and I was out. I couldn't walk. Yeah, I couldn't walk or anything. Imagine it went through my entire foot, the whole little sword. So I wasn't able to walk or anything. So
good. Now you picked up last year, you said, so you're familiar with how it works, the pickups.
Yeah.
With the
I did. I did pickups for. I did the box drop-offs last year, me and my husband did, and then we went and picked them up, and then we had to run them to the warehouse, and we had to count everything. So, yeah, I'm aware of how it works.
Okay, good. And what's your husband's name?
It's Gene.
Gene, okay, good. Now, so let's see, what time could we set up for Monday, because we're out picking up toys, so that we don't have anybody at the warehouse as far as pickup, so we're trying to set it up for Monday. Is Monday morning okay, 9 to 11 or somewhere like that? I can schedule you in?
Yeah, that should be fine.
Okay. You've got a big enough vehicle and all that for all these bags.
Well, yeah, and I'm not too far from where that warehouse is, and I have a truck, so even if I had to make 2 trips, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Okay,
perfect. And we have the little book we have to sign. I think you're familiar with all that, so that'll be good.
Yes, But yeah, the families have been calling me, and
I tell you, you're doing a heck of a job here. How do you identify the families? I didn't know. This is my first time kind of working with these routes.
Yeah. Well, last year I had took, and whenever I had did my routes, what I had did, because I had took like a big route, I had a trailer I just pulled behind my truck, and I had went and picked up at the Christmas party for the Polk County Sheriff's Office, and I had just picked that stuff up. I came home and bagged it and just dropped it off at the warehouse, and they had somebody at the warehouse that would take the stuff and do whatever they had to do with it. But we were so busy last year just getting everything picked up. And I'll tell you something else. Last year, because I had left a card with my name on it, the people from the different dollar stores and stuff were calling me, asking me for boxes. And I had called in to George's wife, and I told her, this one needs a box, that one's wanting a box, but it wasn't on my route because they were like in Haines City and stuff. But those people had told me that they never did get a box last year.
Wow. Well,
do you know what I mean?
We'll get together on that after all this is over with, so I'll call you back, and because we're so hectic now, we can get all those businesses and all that worked out. We'll make sure they get boxes.
And what I did last year for her, and she was really good. She said, "You're like the best one that I have," because every time I would go somewhere, I would get the new contact information, the new numbers, and then I would put them on the paper and I'd give them to her where everything would be updated because everything changes every year. Different stores have different managers and all that stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Did you give that list to a volunteer?
Definitely be able to help out.
Good. Did you give that list to a volunteer, or who'd you give the list to? I'll check.
George's. Should have been George's wife.
George's wife. Okay. Perfect.
I can't think of her name right now. To be honest with you, I've got it in my emails probably, but I just can't think of her name.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Well, let's schedule then.
But George
between,
is George and his wife are still helping out for Toys for Tots, aren't they? Or no?
Yes, ma'am. They are. Yes, ma'am. They are.
Because
Sure.
I know that I think
Yeah.
George was sick, so I didn't know if they were or not. But hopefully next year I'll be able to help out a lot more. Like I said, I usually use my truck and my trailer, and me and my husband we go do the pickups and drop them off, and it helped. I think it helped out a lot last year.
You're a
Unfortunately,
tremendous
wasn't
help.
able to do
No
it,
doubt. No.
and help out this year. Well, yeah, and I like to take the kids and let them see, like, my kids and my nephews and my nieces, and let them try to help too, because it shows them responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
That's
like my daughter, she's 16 and she needs like community service hours and stuff like that. Whenever they go work in the warehouse and experience it and see what kind of a good job that Toys for Tots does, and even whenever I would go to different businesses and I'd meet people, I would tell them about, what Toys for Tots actually does and how much work it is and everything that has to be done, because people don't realize the hours and the volunteers that are needed to be able to make something like that happen.
I don't know how many orders did you say? 29, 28, 29?
Yeah.
I don't know how many kids.
I have them written down.
I don't know how many kids that equated to, because I know there's different ones on the forms. I don't know how many kids are going to be getting toys out of that. Wow, that's great. That's great. Okay, well, let's do this. I will see you Monday. I'll be here. I'm Ed Johnson, and I'm helping the volunteers and all that stuff. So we'll just load you up, and you can go from there. Monday between, let's say, 9 and 9 and 11. That'll be good.
Yeah. And then hopefully maybe I'll be able to get your contact information. That way, whenever the season comes back up, we'd be able to do a route for y'all.
Absolutely.
Or help out at
Absolutely.
the warehouse or unload some diesels, whatever is needed. Because there needs to be a lot of more younger people getting involved. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Especially with like the older teenage kids that need community service hours and stuff in the high schools. Because I know a lot of times, one time I had volunteered for the Florida Youth Sports Charitable Association, and we would go like bus tables at CC's and stuff, and you'd take the kids up there and they would get tips and stuff, and it was all being donated to the charity. But we had called the high school, where I actually did call the different high schools, and they said, yeah, if y'all need volunteers for car washes or to raise funds, they need community service hours. And of course it'd have to be the older ones. So, I mean, you got, 11th, 12th graders that are needing those community service hours. Do y'all do that now or no?
Some we do. It kind of depends on the age. You don't want to get the ones that are too young. You want the ones that are a little older, that are a little more responsible. But we do look at that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And
how long have you been doing this? How long have you been helping Toys for Tots?
This is only last year was my first year.
Last year and this year?
Now but my brother's wife, she works for the school board, and she's been doing it for years.
Okay.
But But anyways, you said Monday from
Monday. Let's say between 9 and 11. Right. I've got some other orders that are coming in later than that, and let me just see. That should be good. Hold on, real quick.
All right.
Dorothy, 9 to 11 will be good on Monday.
9 to 11 will be great.
That'll be great. Okay, we'll set that up there.
All right, Ed. Well, I appreciate you calling me. All right,
dear.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye.